Hello everyone, welcome to Notary 20. Today we're going to talk about one of the most common documents people need to notarize in the United States, a power of attorney, also called a POA. A power of attorney allows one person, called a principal, to authorize another trusted person, called the agent or attorney-in-fact, to act on their behalf. This can be used for banking, property, business matters, DMV issues, family emergencies, or other important transactions. In this guide, I'll walk you through what information usually needs to be completed, which sections you should review carefully, what should be left for notary, and how the online notarization workflow works. Please remember, POA requirements can vary by state and by the receiving institution. This video is for general information only. Always use the exact form required by your bank, agency, attorney court, or other recipient. Let's start with a quick answer. Before notarizing a power of attorney, the signer should first make sure they're using the correct POA form. Some people use a state statutory form. Some use a bank form. Some use a form prepared by an attorney. The safest rule is simple. Use the form required by the receiving institution. Next, complete the key signer control sections. These usually include the principal's name, the agent's name, any successor agent, the type of authority being granted, the effective date, and any special instructions. The signer should also review whether this is a general POA, limited POA, durable POA, springing POA, real estate POA, banking POA, or another specific type. The notary certificate should be left blank. That part is completed by the notary after identity verification and the required notarial act. With Notary 20, the usual process is complete the PDF, send a document and ID, complete payment, join the online notary session, and then receive the notarized PDF by email. The bottom line is, choose the right form, fill names and powers carefully, prepare ID, and confirm that the recipient accepts online notarization. A power of attorney can be used in many practical situations. The first common use is financial or banking authority. For example, the agent may be authorized to handle bank accounts, pay bills, manage benefits, deal with insurance, handle taxes, or sign certain financial documents. The second common use is property and real estate. A POA may allow the agent to manage, sell, lease, refinance, or sign documents related to real property. But for real estate documents, there may be extra state, county recorder, or institution rules. The third common use is personal or business transactions. A POA may be used for DMV matters, company filings, temporary representation, travel-related needs, or situations where the principal cannot appear in person. One important warning. A regular financial POA usually does not automatically authorize healthcare decisions. Healthcare power of attorney, medical proxy, or advanced directive forms are usually separate documents. So before signing, make sure the POA type matches the actual purpose. Now, let's look at the key people in a POA. The first person is the principal. The principal is the person granting authority. This is the person who is giving someone else the legal ability to act on their behalf. The principal's full legal name, address, and contact information should be entered exactly as the form requires. The name should also reasonably match the signer's government-issued photo ID. The second person is the agent, sometimes called the attorney-in-fact. This is the trusted person who will be allowed to act for the principal. The agent's full legal name, address, phone number, and any other required details should be completed clearly. Some forms also allow a successor agent. A successor agent can step in if the first agent cannot or will not serve. If there are co-agents, the form should make clear whether they can act independently or must act together. A very common mistake is mixing up the principal and agent fields. Another common mistake is using nicknames instead of legal names. For POA, names and roles must be clear. The authority section is the heart of the power of attorney. This section controls what the agent can and cannot do. Some forms include general authority. This may cover broad categories such as banking, real estate, personal property, business operations, claims, benefits, taxes, or legal matters. Some forms include limited authority. A limited POA gives the agent authority only for a specific task, account, property, transaction, or time period. Some forms include special authority. These powers may be more sensitive, such as gifts, trusts, beneficiary changes, delegation of authority, or actions that may affect an estate plan. If the form has special instructions, that area can be used to add restrictions, expiration dates, co-agent rules, effective date instructions, or wording required by a bank or institution. The signer should not initial broad or special powers unless they truly understand what they are authorizing. A POA can be powerful, so this section should be read carefully before signing. There are several common POA structures. A durable power of attorney may continue even if the principal later becomes incapacitated, depending on the wording of the form and the applicable state law. A springing power of attorney becomes effective only after a stated event happens. For example, it may become effective only if the principal becomes incapacitated. In that case, the form may require medical certification or other proof before the agent can act. A limited power of attorney is narrower. It gives authority only for a specific task, time period, property, account, or transaction. For many situations, a limited POA can be safer because it avoids giving broad authority when broad authority is not needed. If the signer is unsure whether the POA should be durable, springing, medical, financial, or limited, they should ask the receiving institution or an attorney before notarization. The notary can verify identity and complete the notarial certificate, but the notary cannot choose the legal structure for the signer. This page is very important. The notary does not draft the POA, choose the agent, select the powers, or give legal advice. The notary's role is to verify identity, perform the required notarial act, and complete the notarial certificate. The principal's signature and date are completed by the principal. Depending on the document and certificate, the principal may sign during the online session or may acknowledge a prior signature if allowed. Some POA forms also have witness lines. Witness requirements vary by state and by institution. The notary certificate does not automatically replace witness requirements. The notary certificate is completed by the notary. This may include the venue, date, acknowledgement or oath wording, notary signature, seal, commission details, and identity verification record. Some POA forms also include an agent acceptance or agent certification. That section should be completed only if the form or recipient requires it. Most POA notarizations use an acknowledgement, but the safest approach is to follow the certificate printed on the document and the receiving institution's requirements. Do not fill in the notary section yourself. Before the online notary session, the signer should prepare a valid government-issued photo ID. Common examples include a driver's license, state ID, or passport. The name on the ID should reasonably match the principal's name on the POA. Next, prepare the completed PDF. The signer control fields should be filled before the session. This includes names, addresses, agent details, powers, special instructions, and any required dates. For remote online notarization, the signer should also prepare a camera, microphone, stable internet connection, and any identity verification steps required by the platform. Most importantly, the receiving bank, agency, court, county recorder, attorney, or institution controls acceptance. Before relying on the notarized POA, confirm whether they accept remote online notarization, out-of-state notarization, electronic notarization, or whether they require a wet ink original. This step can prevent rejection later. Here is the Notary 20 online workflow in 5 steps. Step 1. Fill the form. Complete the principal information, agent information, powers, special instructions, and any required witness or agent acceptance sections. Leave the notary certificate blank. Step 2. Send the document. Upload or email the POA PDF and the valid photo ID that will be used for verification. If the receiving institution gave special instructions, include those too. Step 3. Verify identity. Join the live online notary session with your camera, microphone ID, and final version of the POA document. Step 4. Sign or acknowledge. If the document needs to be signed during the session, sign as instructed. If the document was already signed and certificate allows it, you may acknowledge the prior signature. Step 5. Receive the notarized PDF. After the notary completes the certificate, the notarized PDF can be returned by email. If your POA requires witnesses, wet ink originals, a specific state notary, or attorney-supervised signing. Handle that before starting the online notarization process. Let's close with the final checklist. Before submitting a notarized power of attorney, make sure the correct state or institution form was used. Confirm that the principal's legal name matches the ID. Check that the agent and successor agent details are complete. Review the powers and special instructions carefully. Make sure the principal intentionally selected the authority being granted. Also review the effective date, expiration date, and durability wording. For the notary package, confirm that the notary certificate was left for notary, a valid government photo ID was prepared, and any witness or agent signatures were handled if required. Also confirm whether the recipient accepts remote online notarization and out-of-state notarization. After notarization, save the notarized PDF and submit it to the bank, agency, attorney, court, or other receiving institution. A clean POA package means correct form, complete identities, carefully selected powers, valid ID, proper notary certificate, and recipient acceptance confirmed. Thanks for watching this Notary 20 guide. If you need to notarize a power of attorney online, prepare your completed POA document and valid photo ID. Then send them to Notary 20. We'll guide you through the online notarization process and return the notarized PDF by email. That's it.